Always tracking, always alerting. This is Next Weather.
Well, you're taking a look currently at Hurricane Erin, just such a large and impressive system. It has weakened slightly since the earlier evening shows that we were giving you the update on, but I kind of want to show you the latest here. What I'm going to do is step out of frame and just show you how far we are from the center of Erin. You can see from Miami just about 530 miles, but we are not expecting any direct impacts from this system, thankfully. Now, we are experiencing the potential for some indirect impacts. Let me show you what those are. Right now, you can see the forecast cone still continuing to stay well out toward the east, but indirect impacts such as increased wave height and also rip current risk will be something that we're monitoring here in South Florida. We're not going to get the brunt of it, though. The Bahamas are actually helping us to kind of block it a little bit. Up in Palm Beach County, we could see wave heights up to 6 feet over the next couple of days, about 2 to 5 feet for portions of Miami-Dade and Broward County. So not the highest surf that we're concerned about. It's really going to be as you take a look at the rip current risk that I think we're going to be majorly focused on over the coming days. Here is a look at the boating forecast. No official alerts have been issued for the Atlantic waters and for my boaters in the Florida Keys. You will see a light chop for both of those locations with sea heights up to 5 feet, as I mentioned, in the Atlantic waters. Now, if you are someone who is going to the beach over the coming days, that's something you certainly will need to be aware of because we are expecting a high rip current risk not only for tomorrow, but as we head throughout the next several days. In fact, I could see possibly us tracking a high rip current risk for Palm Beach County up until Thursday. Surf heights up to 1 to 2 feet, but that UV index is going to be very high for tomorrow. I want to highlight the winds from the north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. That's because we are expecting our winds to shift from the far outer edges of Hurricane Erin, and that is going to actually change up our pattern in regards to how our showers and storms develop for your Tuesday. Today, it was fairly isolated to lightly scattered. Tomorrow, I think we will have a slightly higher rain chance. In fact, about a 50 to 60% chance. Starting at around 12 to 1 o'clock, you notice a few isolated to lightly scattered showers and storms. The movement for these will be from north to south because of that northerly flow. As you can see, that continues through the early afternoon hours. I do think the heaviest of which will be out over the Everglades, but I am encouraging you to grab that umbrella as you head out the door tomorrow morning. Should be a fairly quiet commute and quiet for dropping kids off at school, but then things could pick up at around lunchtime in the early afternoon. We're going to wake up tomorrow on your Tuesday in the upper 70s to lower 80s, but us in South Florida, we know better than that. It's going to feel a lot steamier, okay? Plan for it to feel like it's in the upper 80s to lower 90s. And for the afternoon, it will feel like it's close to heat advisory criteria. It was a toasty start to your work week, wasn't it? Heat index values for some areas could get up to around 106. Now, I don't think we're going to hit the heat advisory criteria because we're not going to be sitting that hot for that long, which is for heat advisory criteria 2 hours or more, and that's because the rain coverage and the cloud coverage should help us out. Erin is not the only area in the tropics we're monitoring. There's a tropical wave closer to the closer really to the west coast of Africa that has a 60% chance of development over the next week. Still very far out, but we are keeping a very close eye on it. And now the National Hurricane Center monitoring this tropical wave just off the west coast of Africa with a 10% chance of tropical development. Neither of those are expected to impact South Florida at least over the next 7 days. You can see it's going to be a toasty work week for us with 30% chance for scattered showers and storms each and every day this work week.